He wakes up before the show.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the No Sports Talk Show right here, live via StreamYard, via Facebook, via YouTube Live. Man, we locked in the virtual booth right now with my main man, 50 Grand Miles T. What's going on, bro?
Another day, bro, and appreciating it. And hey, let's talk some sports, man. It's a little buzz is going on around in a little different leagues. The NBA, the NFL is going on, man. It's
Hey,
going
man,
on,
exactly.
literally.
Hey,
Yeah.
look, just like you said, it's a lot of crazy stuff going on, a lot of exciting stuff for sports fans. So, look, we appreciate everybody jumping in, joining us, man, and allowing us to give y'all some good sports talk this afternoon or this evening. Happy Friday, man. I hope everybody had a great week. And we hope
Yeah.
everybody, made it through good. And now we can sit back and relax and enjoy the weekend. So, but yeah,
Well,
man.
I got to work this weekend, but
Oh man, you gotta work. You gotta work. But
I
you
got to
don't
work.
work. You work all day tomorrow.
It's like 8 to 5. It's not a big deal, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, you ain't relaxing just yet, but
yeah. But I only work, it's lenient. I only work about a week, 1 weekend or 2 weekends out the month. So
oh yeah, I
it's
forgot about
not every weekend. It's not every weekend thing. So no.
that. Hey, that's always a blessing. So, but
Yes, sir.
but yeah, man, let's get into it, man. So look, I know we touched on this a little bit last week about the NBA, because we had the trades and everything that was going on. And we talked about, who we thought were the biggest winners and losers with the trade at the trade deadline. So right now, really just, since we've come out of the All-Star break, now it's playoff push time, for a lot of teams who are, right there at the, cusp of being in the play-in, and you got some teams that fight for position, obviously, beforehand to establish themselves in the East and the West. So, what are your thoughts, as we're watching these final, these playoff push on in the second half of the season, after, post trade deadline and things that we've seen now. Anybody that, any teams that stand out, any teams that you have your mind on, I mean, that you have your eye on, that could, make a run and make this thing interesting.
Yeah. I mean, if we really want to go at it, I don't want to sound biased or nothing, but the Lakers. I mean, come on now. You done added D'Angelo Russell, the Beasley, you got Vanderbilt. You done added him on defensive end, energy, and they all can shoot the three. So they are with LeBron leading the way and him saying what he said the other day, saying like this is. I think LeBron feels that this team is good enough with him and a healthy AD, a healthy AD now. And we you know how question mark that is, but
He's never healthy, so
a healthy AD, they
it's
might
street
can do
clothes.
something.
Street
They
clothes.
might can make some noise. They might can make some noise for sure. Definitely what Rob Pelinka did with the LA Lakers and during the trade deadline. So I definitely. I'm sorry about that, bro. I definitely the Clippers. I know everybody's down on Westbrook, but I think Westbrook could help the Clippers, man. I'm be honest with you.
I like that.
Yeah, that's more of his style of basketball over there. You know what I mean? You know, that run and gun and just, you know, because especially Reggie Jackson gone now, you know, and he can just come off the bench and just fill in for what Reggie Jackson was doing. You know what I mean? So, it's different. Everybody talking about the Nuggets or the team to beat out the West. I don't see that. I don't see championship team out of the Nuggets. I don't. Just me personally. Not championship. I mean, maybe Western Conference Finals, maybe, but championship, Western Conference champions. No, I don't see that out of the Denver Nuggets. And the other team is, of course, the Phoenix Suns adding Kevin Durant. You know, that's definitely going to be an issue. And if he can get healthy, you know what I mean? So that's all about health on that too. So I know he's been practicing with him a little bit. But just at the end of the day, man, it's all about health at this time of the year. But and at the East, you know, I know the Hawks done fired Nate McMillan, you know, and the Hawks are in playoff contention right now. I think they're number 8, I believe. Are they number 8 right now?
To the Hawks?
Yeah.
Right now, yep, they're 8th.
Yeah, they're number 8. So
Snyder, you know, is new head coach. So they released that report today.
Yeah, so I mean, you just never know. I'm just bringing that home to us around the area. So, but it's just a whole lot of stuff going on right now in the NBA right now. Just a lot of moves and see what met Kyrie with, you know, Dirk. You know, they beat the Maverick. I mean, they beat the Spurs. I mean, but we know Spurs ain't really too much of the best teams to, you know, build your hopes off of, like, because y'all played a good game against the Spurs. You know what I mean? Because they're not. I don't even think they're in playoff contention at all. So, but at the end of the day, it's just like it's all about when it comes down to the nitty gritty and when this time comes. You know, who's going to step up? You know, the last 23 games of the season at the end of the day.
Yeah, true. You know, for me, just looking at, you know, just this final like push for, you know, each conference, like the East and the West, like I really, you know,
especially with the Lakers being 3 games out of the 6th spot. They're only 3 games out of the 6th spot, literally.
Yeah, I mean, and
they won 1 last night. So the 2 more games they win, they in the 6th spot. You know what I mean?
That was Golden State though. Like Golden State ain't.
Huh?
Golden State isn't even at 500 right now.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, Golden State ain't gonna make the playoffs.
They'll make the playoffs, but the Golden State that the Lakers beat last night, I mean, Drake, look, they that's not even Golden State is fault. They're not even Golden State like right now. I don't even know what they are. But
why? Because Steph ain't there.
I mean, Steph is a big part of.
Yeah, definitely, he definitely is that. But
I mean, I'm not saying that they would have won the game, but I mean that Golden State version of Golden State they're playing, I don't. That wasn't really.
It's not reality that you said.
That wasn't impressive as a win. I mean, it's more impressive the way that they played versus like the team that they actually beat. Like the way that they were playing, it was the way that they were able to play where it was more comfortable for LeBron. And he didn't have to do as much because he had like a supporting cast like that. Style.
And that's what I noticed too. 26 minutes, 13 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
He would prefer to play that way. But
exactly.
The thing about
especially playoff time now. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing about it is I just don't trust Anthony Davis to stay healthy. Like I just don't. Like if he can, then yes. If he can stay healthy, then yeah, they got a great shot to make it interesting. I just don't trust it, bro, because I haven't seen it. Like it'd be different if we actually saw him be healthy on a consistent basis. That man will find a way to be injured, bro. I just don't. But I mean, for me, Denver is a tough team, though. I like Denver. I don't. I do like Denver, but I definitely think that the Suns, when it comes to the West, and Kevin Durant is possibly going to be able to play on Sunday. When it comes to the Suns, and when they actually, I mean, it's going to take a little time. Obviously, they haven't played together yet, but the Suns are dangerous, bro. Like I like the Suns. We just got to see kind of like how their bench is gonna get fair, because I mean you're gonna have all your stars on the court at the same time. So they did lose a little, they lost some of the shooting in the trade that they for Kevin Durant. They gave up some of the shooting, but
Yeah.
I mean they got shooting in starting lineup. So I think it's just gonna come down for them is how deep their bench is, and can they hold it down during the different rotations. But I think they'll be fine. I mean, between C3, Book, and KD, like that's nasty. But
and I'm gonna be honest with you too. I didn't mention this team, and I'm sitting here watching them right now. Is a Milwaukee Bucks team adding Jay Crowder at the top with Drew Holiday.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Jay Crowder, because Milwaukee, I mean, Milwaukee definitely need these shooting. They definitely need that. So, and Jay Crowder is a hard player. Like he's a tough player. He's gonna give you,
both sides of the court. Both sides of the court. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna give you, every night that he steps out there, like he's gonna give you a complete, effort on both ends of the court. I mean, on both ends of the court. So, the West, like I said, like I really like the Suns. From what they were able to do. I do like the Clippers too. I think that, like you said, a lot of people are hard on Russ, but I think that they're going to see Russ and Paul George and Kawhi. That's a nice lineup.
Ooh, that's nice, man.
That's a nice lineup. Like, look, you got an actual nice team, like a nice solid team. So I think that him and Paul George reuniting again, and Paul George pushed for him to get there, and he gets to stay in LA, the place he wanted to be in.
And he want the Lakers. He want them.
Oh, of course. Of course. Why wouldn't he? Like they're playing in the same arena until the Clippers get their new, arena built. I think it's next year. But I think the West is more exciting right now, just because of what's going on.
I think the East is better though. I think the East is better, but the West is more exciting.
The West is more exciting just because of the way that the teams are shaking up now. But as far as like Boston and Milwaukee, those two teams right there, I really just feel like is Boston and Milwaukee, like and really everybody else.
I think they're the two best teams in the league. I do.
Yeah, I mean, and then Philly is no, pushover. I'm saying they're no pushover, but I'm not gonna pick.
I don't trust James Harden. I don't trust.
No, absolutely no. I wouldn't trust James Harden with anything. Like I would never put my money on James Harden in the playoff situation ever. Like no series. I don't care if he's playing against the second string. Like he will find a way. Like I am not. Like no. But I really do think at the end of the day is Boston and Milwaukee and everybody else, bro. Like, and that's just the reality. And I think that those two teams, you'll see them in the Eastern Conference Finals again. Like I definitely think that'll be a matchup to watch. So I mean that's kind of how I feel. And just talking about the Hawks, just seeing what they're bringing in a new coach. So we'll see how that shakes things up for them. Like I said,
I think they could be a scary team to one of those, because they're going to be the 7th or 8th seed. So they're going to be playing one of them two teams probably in the first round. So
I don't think they scaring Boston. I'm sorry.
No, I ain't saying scaring them, but I think they would. I think they could be a challenge if they get hot. You know what I mean? If everybody's healthy, what's his name? What's the big center's name?
Bro, it'll be.
I understand. Huh?
I said, I'm sorry, Miles. That series might be 4-1, bro. Like,
I don't know about that. I give 3-2. I give 3-2 on that.
Oh, bro, no.
I give 3-2.
No, bro. I'm sorry. The Hawks. Look, no. Not
You
at all.
you get a healthy Capella, and you get a healthy
A healthy Capella ain't stopping Giannis, bro. I don't care.
He ain't stopping him, but he can contain him.
Giannis giving him.
Dude, they took him last 2 years ago to the finals, to the 6-7 game without.
Listen to what you said though. How many years?
What to say?
How many years ago?
2.
It was 2 years ago, right? That was a whole different. That Hawks team right there. That was a team that they could have went to the finals for real. They could have won it. This not that Hawks team.
Why? Cause they got rid of Huerter.
Huerter was that dude. Now, listen, was Huerter not that dude?
And Gallinari, they got rid of Gallinari and Huerter.
Yeah, the who was hitting the shots consistently. Huerter was knocking threes down like crazy. Like, and they almost.
That's why San Antonio did. I like San Antonio too. I do like San Antonio.
It almost reminded you.
Not San Antonio. Excuse me, Sacramento. I like Sacramento.
De'Aaron Fox, yeah, they nice. But you know, the Hawks team a couple years ago, they kind of remind you of that Hawks team when they had Corver and Joe Johnson, and when they led the NBA in 3-point shots.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that Hawks team didn't lead the NBA in threes, but like they were very efficient from the 3-point line. Like I think that they were up there, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens bringing in a new coach at this point in time. I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know why they did that. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand that.
Because there was friction. It
had to be. It was some players. It was some player coach stuff there.
You remember, because you remember what happened with Trae Young and the coach.
Yeah, I mean, but that was a year ago though.
But still, bro, stuff lingers. I think something like that happened this year too, though.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Something like that did happen earlier this year with Trae, because remember he didn't show up to one of the games because he wasn't playing, and he didn't go to the game, and they were asking like, why didn't you go to the game? And he's like, I mean, you know, he didn't want to be a distraction. So.
Mm.
Hey man, you know how it goes when you start losing the locker room. So
yeah, that's true.
They start pushing you out. So
yeah,
man. But yeah, so that's what we got with the NBA. And then one more thing, man. I think just going back to the All-Star before we go into college basketball, I think Matt McClung, he saved the dunk contest, bro. Because I
don't know about saved it, but he.
Yeah, he saved it. But he made it more interesting because, bro, let me tell you something. I contemplated not watching the dunk contest, and I saw him dunk, and I was like, okay. They had to bring in a professional dunker, and he didn't even start the NBA. Like they had to bring him. They were like, look, we need somebody that actually can dunk. That's the problem. Look, I was more excited watching that dunk contest than I have been in the last 3 years.
I'm gonna be honest though.
Excited to watch the last dunk contest that we saw that was that good. Like, well, this one wasn't that good, but the last,
yes, it was that good. He done stuff ain't nobody else ever done.
I'm saying collectively. Go back to the one where you had Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine. No dunk contest after that was touching that. But collectively, I'm saying him by himself, like he was exciting. But the other guys competing, no, they didn't do nothing spectacular. No, it was boring. You know what I'm saying? So, and he has better dunks than that on camera.
Just like he said he saved that last one for last. That 540 twist. He saved it. He said I wasn't sure. I wasn't confident in that, so I saved it for the last dunk. And I was like, wow. I'm like, whoa. But I remember him doing his viral thing in high school though. I remember that, before he went to Georgetown. You know what I mean? I remember that. So I already knew he had hops. You know what I mean? So it wasn't surprising with his jumping ability.
Yeah.
But his creativity like that, what he did with it. It was that was something to another level. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I just had to say that. But let's move on, man. Let's talk some college basketball. So we had there was the update. I'll just go run down the updated like the top rankings. I was gonna do top 10, but I'll do 12 just so we can include y'all, a little Rocky Top.
Oh wow. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Wow.
yeah, it's just a courtesy, you know what I'm saying? I'm just
I'm
trying
just
to
saying. Well, I just know we just beat y'all though. I just
hey,
know we just beat you.
but look,
I'm just saying.
what did I
Go
say?
ahead.
Look, it's lonely at the top. I know you can't see my camera, but you know what? It's okay. It's lonely at the top.
We just beat
But
you.
like I said, bro, I'm sorry, y'all. My camera, my background is interfering with my camera. But I'll read it to y'all so y'all can hear. Houston moved up to number 1. Then we got Alabama at 2. Kansas is 3. UCLA is 4. Purdue's 5. Virginia 6. Arizona 7. Texas is 8. Baylor's 9. Marquette is 10. And look at Rocky Top, number 11. And you got Gonzaga at 12. But I'm going to stop right there. So, obviously, some things are shaking up since, the last couple weeks, especially with, Purdue is really falling off. Like, I mean, not completely, but they've been losing. They have 3 losses. They have 4 losses.
Just like us. Just
And
like us. They going through the sun.
But their losses are worse. They have unranked losses they lost to Indiana, Rutgers, I think Northwestern, and I forgot who else beat them. So their losses are y'all have 7 losses.
Vanderbilt and Kentucky and South Carolina was ranked, but Vanderbilt, Kentucky, and Missouri. I don't know if Missouri was ranked at the time when they beat us.
No, they're not ranked. They weren't ranked.
Yeah, so we're the same boat.
But y'all just have 7 losses. That's the problem. But like,
ain't no problem. We're gonna be there. It don't matter. You gotta deal with us. It don't matter.
All right. Well.
Yeah, we there, but we in the tournament. So hey, don't even try to count us out like that. Like we just ain't gonna be there.
Oh, y'all will be there. I see that little T in one of them brackets, one of them quadrants. It won't be there for long, but I'll see y'all down there.
Okay.
But, hey, look, what are your thoughts looking at the rankings? And we only have 3 games left before we have the conference tournament play. And then, obviously once that kicks off, we'll transition from that into Selection Sunday, where we actually see who gets number 1 overall seed, who gets the other 3 number 1 seeds, and so on and so forth. So, leading into these final little stretch before conference play, what are your thoughts about, college basketball and what you're seeing so far? So,
I see a wide open field, man. It's literally wide open. I don't see not one team that's just dominating. I don't see at all. And we said that last year too a little bit, but literally there's no team that's just dominating. Nobody. So I think it's just wide open. Purdue can take it. Alabama can take it. Tennessee can take it on a lucky day, on a lucky game.
A lucky game. That's hilarious.
Just on that day, they just might be. We might. The Scovey might turn into Ginobili. You know what I mean? He just might hit it. And then the Ginobili comparison. You already know about it.
The Scovey's got modern Ginobili. But you and I both know that he ain't hit. Look, no, he's not.
Yeah, he's about the closest thing you gonna get to it. Right there.
Manu is a stretch. He can hit shots though when he gets hot. So.
You didn't send me that tape. I didn't see it.
I didn't search for it yet. I was getting ready.
Yeah. Well, you send me that and then talk to me about it, because the Scovey is real close to Ginobili. Very close. But anyway,
bro.
And it's the Kansas is looking hot right now. You know, it's just like I said, your boy Miller going off for 41.
Yes,
You
sir.
never know what he's going to give you. You know, so it's really no set stone, man. That's what's making it so exciting this year. Like for real, like it's really. I don't even know who the best conference is this year because everybody's kind of good. You know what I mean? We don't have one. I mean, the Big 12, what big
It's hard.
SEC conference. We was good on that. We finished pretty strong.
It's spread out.
Yeah.
I still personally think the SEC has the best one, but
Well, they said they project us to have 8 teams in the league in the tournament. 8.
right. And then another thing is the injuries is not allowing it to show.
Yeah.
Because really Bama strong. If y'all is healthy, strong. You got Arkansas strong. I mean, Kentucky's kind of young, but they're hitting their stride. Like Kentucky is
they're hitting that stride at the right time. Yeah.
They're strong. A&M is strong. Like that's 5 teams right there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying that the SEC is the best conference, but I think that they could be. It could be in I think the conversation would be a little bit closer in their favor if everybody was
healthy. Yeah,
you would see more SEC teams. I personally feel like you would see more in the top 10.
I truly believe if we was healthy, we would not be 20-7 right now. I think we'd be like
I think 4 out of those 5 teams that I mentioned out of the SEC would at least be in the top 10.
Yeah.
And I think probably A&M probably would be the one that would be like right outside of it because A&M is balling, but they have 7 losses too. And I think A&M, they're a tough.
But that's due to them just starting to play well. But we're going to 20-7 because we're injured. You know what I mean? So
I just think I do think, but like you said, I agree with you. It is wide open. I think that it's an even playing field, which I do like. At first, it was looking like Purdue, and everybody else.
I know they wasn't going to last.
And I mean, I personally, I'm not one of those people that get overhyped about like, oh, they're number one, the whole. Because first of all, it's basketball. That means nothing when it comes to college basketball. So, but you saw as the season goes on, it gets harder. Everybody's giving you their best. Like it's different when you're getting everybody's best shot every time you step on the court. And that's what our young team in Alabama is seeing. They've been up there pretty consistently in that between 1 and 4, and people are
you saw what happened when they came to Tennessee, and then what we got when we went to Texas A&M on Wednesday. They had a blackout. You know what I mean?
When y'all went to A&M, like it just happens like that. So
exactly. You got 20,000 people going against you, and you young man. Like what?
It's in basketball. Basketball is the one. Well, I mean, it's not the only sport, but basketball is one of those sports that you can't.
It's about runs. It's about runs
and run. Like all that stuff matters. If your shots are not falling, like it can really take a toll on your team. So,
ooh boy, you be down by 20 real quick if you ain't hitting them shots, boy. You be like, God, dog.
Especially like for us in particular, we shoot. Alabama shoots a lot of threes. So like if the shots aren't falling, I do think that they're starting to learn how to win in different ways, which is good. But when you're a team that shoots a lot, like you're really relying on those shots to fall. And when they're not falling, now you have to improvise. You have to win a different way. So that's the challenge, going forward, especially going into the NCAA tournament where, sometimes the teams they might have shot as a team 25% from 3, but when they get in this one game in the tournament, now they're 50% from the 3-point line, like on this one particular day. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how it works. But But I'm personally excited just because of how spread and wide open it is. I never really liked watching the tournament and you knew, because there were some years that you knew like, okay, these are the four, like at least 3 out of these 4 teams are going to be in the Final Four. Like there were some years where it was just clear cut, like nobody is beating these teams. But
Yeah.
you know, I like it like this because
I do, because we really don't know who's the best team in the country right now. We don't.
No, I mean we have our personal opinions about it, but
I don't.
But
because I think any given day anybody can beat anybody right now. Like literally the top 10 teams, literally.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean we obviously like we both feel like our teams are the best, but
yeah, especially defensively.
Yeah, I mean, and I think like you said, when after we see, you know, the conference tournaments and after we see how everything is shaped up in the brackets, then we could kind of, you know, at least give a little bit, get a better feel on who, you know, we think will end up in that 4 in Houston. So but yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I really am. And you know, I feel really good about our team. I think Bama can make a run, a run that they hadn't made in a very, very long time. So we're knocking on the door to Sweet 16, you know, a couple years back. So but we'll see, man. We definitely will. So, but y'all, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back, man, give y'all some inspiration, dive into some more sports talk, man. And then we're gonna wrap it up for the night so we can enjoy this Friday. So keep it locked, man. We'll be right back on the No Sports Talk Show. All right, we're back. The No Sports Talk Show right here live via StreamYard, via Facebook, via YouTube, man. Hey, look, and before we go any further, look, y'all go ahead and follow the YouTube channel, man. If you go ahead and search the No Sports Talk Show, you can see the icon at the top corner of the screen. When you see that during your search, you know you got the right one. So go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also, those who are watching on YouTube, go ahead and type in No Sports Talk Show in on Facebook and follow the page on there as well, so you could get notified anytime we go live and anytime we drop an episode. Like, shout out to Mom, because Mom is watching via YouTube right now and chiming in to the show. So talking about you know, college basketball. She actually likes keeping up with the college basketball more than the NBA. And she said you start watching the NBA. She said she stopped watching the NBA when MJ the GOAT retired. So, but
don't worry about the GOAT still playing. What are you talking about?
Hey, look.
The GOAT still playing. What are you talking about? Man?
Look, mom has spoken, bro. It's done. It's done. You know what I'm saying? It's over with. But
at the same time though, still when and y'all tune in, man, leave us questions and stuff on there too, like that you want us to talk about, and
yes,
you know, just subjects and stuff, man. All that, man. We're looking forward to that. We want to do that. We want to talk. if we want to build a fan base, man, that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to get out there and be known and all that. So just leave questions for us and that you want us to talk about and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, chime in the comments. Look, send us a message on Facebook, wherever. Like y'all who know us personally, send us a text. Tell us, look, I want to hear this.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
you know, anything. We're definitely open to that for sure. But yeah, man, this is the time. You know, we want to give our inspiration. Those of you who have been following the show know that we always give an inspirational segment. We can't end the show without doing that. And so I just wanted to read something that I came across today, this post, and it said, when you understand that God is never late, you wait differently. And I'll read it again. It says, when you understand that God is never late, you wait differently. And that was really, really powerful for me. And especially, you know, oftentimes, you know, when we have, you know, our mindset on certain things and we want stuff to go a certain way, and we have like that timetable that we, you know, we as humans, we naturally build out that time where we feel like we should accomplish something, or we feel like we should, obtain something, or whatever goal that we've set for ourselves, or, you know, whatever it may be. We always say like, okay, I'm gonna have this by this time. I'm gonna have this house. I'm gonna have this car by when I'm 35. I'm gonna, you know, have this family or whatever. And God is like, look, that's not, you know, that's not my timing. And I think that when we look at it from the perspective of, you know, understanding that God is an on-time God. We know that, you know, and the reality is it's hard. It's hard to be patient and wait. It's hard.
Yeah, it is very hard.
I want a lot of things. I want a lot of things. And I just came to realize that, you know, through different experiences, that, hey, a lot of the things that I wanted in the past, they weren't good for me. I wanted it because I wanted it, but that's not what God wanted for me. And when he actually gave me what he had for me, and I'm looking back on what he didn't give me, I'm like, okay. waiting and going through that time and going through, you know, just that waiting process, that period of time where you're just like, man, like, when is it going to happen? But then you come out on the other side and you're like, man, like, I understand now. Like, I understand why you didn't give me that in a week, you know, and I had to wait 2 months. I had to wait a year for you to really build me up and to get me to a point in place where you knew, like, look, I'm ready to have this, you know. So just, you know, if you get something months after you expected, years after you expected, it wasn't a mistake. It's not because God is punishing you. He just operates a different way. So when you realize the way that he operates, like you said, like the post says, you wait differently. So, you know, that's what I have for y'all, man. And Miles, you got anything to chime in after that, bro?
No, not really too much, man. Just like always put faith in God, and man, and always just, I'm trying to tell you, life is impatient. You know, life to you is impatient. You know what I mean? You got to be patient with life. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, I don't know, that might sound crazy, but really, life is impatient. They're going to make you. Life is going to make you move certain type of way. It's either a good move or a bad move or whatever. You're going to have to make a move. What I'm saying, but it's decisions you.
Everything.
It's decisions that you make. Come here. It's decisions that you make that conquers it all. If it's either good or bad, you know what I mean. So life is good. You can't wait for life, and life ain't gonna wait for you at the end of the day. So I want to bring me a little. You know, I gotta bring a little grandson today.
He's awake now. He was asleep earlier.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? You smile for everybody.
You had to tell you had to tell Miles he had to wait for you to get up.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Be
You see,
patient."
I meant to get him a LeBron onesie, but he got a Jordan onesie on right now.
Oh, look, see that, look. Hey, go ahead and show that in camera. Let me see it. Go ahead, because he know who the GOAT is. Let me see it. Yeah, come on. I know you don't want to show it in the camera. It's okay. You already said
it. Is it in the camera? It's not in the camera.
I need that. No, we need to see. We need to see the GOAT. Go ahead, lift it up. There it is. Jump man. Hey, look, he know who the GOAT is. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And I think deeply in your heart you do too. That's
he's too young to understand right now.
He understand. He understand. Yeah, he understand. I'm gonna get him right. But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all giving us that that space to give y'all some inspiration as always, man. And like Mom said, God knows what we need better than we do. As long as God hasn't said no, waiting is what we must do. So yeah, shout out to that, and we can end it on that note right there to wrap up our inspirational segment. So jumping back into things, man, just want to transition to the NFL now because as we all know, there's a lot of talk going on, especially with quarterbacks that could be on the move. We have free agency coming up. We got the draft coming up. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now in the NFL during the offseason. Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, Lamar Jackson, those guys have been the topic of a lot of conversations, even, Jalen Hurts when it comes to money. A lot of
your boy Tua too.
Tua, it's becoming the off season about some quarterbacks. So looking at specifically Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, and Derek Carr, where do you predict each one of these guys will end up, or where do you think they should end up when it's all said and done?
I think really, I think Lamar. I'm not saying Lamar staying in Baltimore because I think they done disrespected him too much to keep this prologuing and to keep this like dude. I'm like, dude, I done brought an MVP to the Baltimore Ravens franchise, right. And my first 2 years starting, I took it to the playoffs. So what's the issue? You know what I'm saying? What's the issue? I mean, and I'm a young player. You know what I mean? And
right.
So I think Lamar just I don't know him like that, but I just what I see of him, and especially his mother being like Lamar, they're disrespecting you. They're not realizing your worth. They're not doing your worth. And
right.
I'm gonna be honest though, because I just saw I think this morning or yesterday morning, I think the Tennessee Titans done release 3 or 4 players and opened up like $43 million in cap space.
Yeah,
I think the Tennessee Titans are trying to get Lamar Jackson. I really do. And can you imagine Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry? Are you serious? Are you serious? Yeah, you don't even want to imagine that, do you?
I mean, no, I want to imagine Lamar in the best situation because I want Lamar to be successful. I just don't know. I don't know if Tennessee has the money to pay him though.
That's what I'm saying. They released 3, and 2 of those guys had good playing time last year. They released them to I think they released them to open up cap space to even try to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how much? I just need to see how much cap space they have. Because
and then you could say like what's his name? Marcus Spears said the other day, the Miami Dolphins. Trade Tua to Baltimore for a straight up trade.
Now, and then, if you send Lamar Jackson to Miami,
that's deadly.
That's not even fair. Lamar Jackson, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, like what? Like that. Now, I would love to see something like that. I mean, I love Tua, but bro, like And then they
That
got
could be a good trade for Buffalo though. You know what I mean? They getting a young quarterback in return too. So
Buffalo for what? For Tua?
not Buffalo, Baltimore, excuse me.
Oh, I was about to say, boy, if Buffalo trade
No, Baltimore. I'm sorry. I said Baltimore.
that stadium.
No, what I'm saying, like Baltimore, and you give Lamar Jackson up and a couple draft picks, and then you get Tua, and then a couple draft picks. You know,
For sure.
come on now.
No, I
mean that could be a fair trade off. You never know.
He's a Florida boy, so he'd be back.
Exactly.
He wouldn't know how to act and get back to Miami, boy. That
was he from Miami? I thought he was from like Deerfield Beach. I think he's from Deerfield.
Bro, I was just saying he wouldn't know how to act.
It's close there. It's close though. It's close to Miami.
He wouldn't know how to act if he was living in Miami like full time like that.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
I mean, I think he'd stay out of trouble. Obviously, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Jumping for joy. I meant that in a good way.
Yeah.
I who's listening, but yeah, man, I would love that. I think, I definitely think because what's about to happen is Jalen Hurts is probably going to reset the market because he's going to get paid, and then Lamar Jackson's going to have to get his money too. So.
He's going to have to. You got to give him the money.
I mean, and Jalen Hurts is going to really like impact that because I'm telling you, Jalen Hurts is getting ready to get paid, and then Lamar is going to be sitting there like, look, like if y'all not giving me the money,
yeah, I'm gone.
It's over with. So he's going to have the leverage. I think. Oh,
definitely. The ball is in his court. He's definitely on his favor. Baltimore, it's just about because they already offered him 133 million. No, don't do that.
And Lamar,
they already offered him 133 million for like 5 years or something, 4 years.
Lamar is the Ravens, so
exactly. He's more to the Ravens than Dak Prescott is to the Cowboys, man. Come on now.
Yeah, because they wouldn't look the Ravens. No, they would not even be relevant without Lamar.
You saw what they did when he left last year, right? I mean,
yeah.
When they get hurt, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they're still a decent team, but no, the offensive side of the ball, dog, you ain't no.
Lamar keeps them in the games, bro. I just hate that they messed up. His style of play because they wanted to turn him into a pocket passer. But I'm not saying he can't throw in the pocket, but that's not his strength. So.
Yeah,
but then and in regards to like the Aaron Rodgers and Derek Carr situation, I definitely think that and the Jets have been a team that came up in conversation about like whether or not they should pursue Derek Carr or wait for Aaron Rodgers. And I think that personally, first and foremost, I think Aaron Rodgers need to cut it out, bro. Like
I don't know what he's doing. Did you hear about him being in a dark place, some dark facility?
He went to Oregon to go meditate and all this stuff to think about his career and what he wants to do and all this dramatics drawn out. Look, nobody cares about any of that. Are you going to play football or are you not going to play football?
Are you going to stay with the Packers or do you want to leave? What are you going to do, bro?
Nobody has time to sit up here and worry about like, oh, you going on these retreats to meditate and do all this stuff and you're going to drag this whole thing out like you did last year, only you drug it all the way out to the last possible second. And they're sitting up here practicing Jordan Love with the first team because they're panicking because they don't know if you're coming back or not. Mm-hmm. And then you decide, oh yeah, like I'm coming back. Like
I don't think he's coming back. I don't think
he's coming back to Green Bay either because he's doing the same. Like I think that last year was the year where he was like, I'm gonna give it one last ride and we're gonna see how it goes. But I just don't think that he is in a position in a stage of his career where he wants to sit there with surrounded by younger players that have the potential, but they're not ready to win right now. Like his best bet to win. I mean, obviously, ideally, his best route to get to a Super Bowl would be in the NFC because if you go to the AFC, you still got to see Pat Mahomes. You still got to see him. So
yeah.
But the thing about it is, at the end of the day, he could be in a better situation. I mean, he could be where he feels comfortable. because I just don't think he's happy in Green Bay, bro. You could clearly see.
I don't think he is. I don't think he is
happy there. He's forcing himself to be happy. He's forcing himself to want to be there. He doesn't want to be there, bro. He got the money that it was about. Like, he got the money last year.
He's playing for the money because he's making good money. So that's what he's playing.
Like 58 million, something if you play this year too. But I think the Jets are gonna go, all in for him for real. I definitely think the Jets.
But I don't. I mean, I know the defensively the Jets are good. I just don't know. I don't know if he's leaving a better situation offensively though. I mean, I don't think they got just like elite receivers or nothing to where it's like.
I don't think they got elite receivers either. I mean, they have
like decent ones. Just like, I
really just don't. I mean, that would kind of be. I think
you're leaving for a better defense, but not a better offense, and you're a quarterback. You know what I mean?
So like a lateral move.
And the offensive line is better though. I heard that. They say that Jets got one of the good offensive lines. So
I mean, but Green Bay is the thing about it is it's like, bro, like you haven't been to the Super Bowl since 2010, bro. That's 13 years. You've been to the AFC Championship game, a couple times. Like, bro, like. Do you want to be there? You don't want to be there. Like that's really. I personally don't care if he stays or goes, but literally come out.
I know you don't want it. I know you don't want it. I know you want him to go,
bro. I personally don't care. Like, I don't care if he stays or goes because that has nothing to do. Whatever he could stay. I personally don't care. We're getting better as a team, but.
Who's we?
I'm saying the Bears are gonna get better as a team. We're gonna get better.
Speaking of the Bears, let me bring this up before we head out.
Go ahead and say something crazy. Go ahead and say something crazy.
Should the Bears take Bryce Young, the first round pick, and let Justin Fields go?
No, that would be stupid.
Bryce Young?
That would be stupid.
Your boy right now at Alabama.
I love Bryce Young, but that would be stupid for us to do that. Why that would logically make zero sense. Because
I didn't say it made sense. I'm just asking, what would you do? You wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do that. No.
You wouldn't even entertain the question.
No, I wouldn't entertain the question. I would entertain it only to make teams think that I'm going to do that, but I wouldn't do that. I love Bryce, but the thing about it is, first and foremost, why would we just the other draft trade up to get Justin? He's not even in a situation where he has a supporting cast, no offensive line, no weapons at wide receiver, only to go draft Bryce Young, who's smaller, to be in the same situation. That wouldn't make any sense. Like,
it don't make sense. Yeah, I don't even know why they're talking about it for real.
Because Bryce is Bryce is poised and he's more sure of a passer. But
he's a better passer. He's definitely a better passer.
But the thing about it is, when everybody can say all they want, and even with in Bryce's situation, if your offensive line, if you don't have the players to block for you, you can make a great passer look bad on any day. And I feel like Justin Fields has shown that he can throw the ball, but it's hard when you get back there and you have half of a second. Like, I'm in shotgun and I have literally probably about a half a second before I can't even step into a throw. Like, it's not, you can't judge anybody based off of that. If you gave Fields a offensive line, like, bro, people refuse to acknowledge this. And yes, he's not perfect, and there's areas that obviously he could grow in and stuff, but that comes with the territory. That when he will get better. He progressed throughout the year when they finally opened up the playbook to his strengths. But once you give him, and I'm telling you, you don't want to break up. You just started this. Why would you break it up? And that's why with people like Mike Tannenbaum and Todd McShay, two of the worst NFL analysts I've ever heard, like Todd and Mel Kiper, all three of those guys are terrible. Like, they are horrible takes when it comes to NFL. So
yeah, because they got their quarterback out of
They have
The quarterback got a quarter. They got a quarterback out of Kentucky, Will Levis.
Will Levis is
like the second
best quarterbacks prospect in the NFL draft.
And I didn't see that at all. I don't know what y'all talking about. Will
Like,
Levis.
are you serious? I will take Anthony Richardson before I take Will Levis, bro. Like,
yeah, that's on. I take Hendon Hooker before I take Will Levis.
Me too. Stop playing. Like, we're not about to sit up here and do this whole. I'm like, don't do that. Don't sit up here and try to gas him up like he's just the best thing. Like, do not do that at all.
I don't see what he's seeing. I don't see.
They can go pull up the tape when they played y'all. They can pull that tape up. And
he threw 3 interceptions, and we dogged him. We dogged him.
Threw a touchdown that game.
And that was Halloween night.
Yeah, so go pull
dogged
that up. Him. They need to pull that up. That's what you need to see. But you know, like I said, man, as much as I love Bryce, I love Bryce, but I just personally do not think from a business standpoint that is a smart thing to do when it comes to your franchise. I think that
I think literally Justin Fields is fit for your offense right now, especially with the offense, the lack of offensive protection that y'all have on the line. Yeah, because you need that guy that can make something out of nothing.
Bryce,
you know what I mean?
To survive that, bro. Like he just couldn't. And I think Justin is a big guy, just like Jalen, bro. They're big guys. They can sustain like those. They can get you out of those situations. And you know, like I personally think that Bryce is going to end up. I think the Colts are going to be aggressive and try to trade up with us more.
Yeah,
because you got Houston is sitting up there too. But Houston can't offer us as much as Indianapolis can offer us. So I think the Colts will throw more just to move ahead of the Houston, because I think they both really like Bryce. This isn't about like, they're making it about Bryce and Stroud. Realistically, bro, the Texans and the Colts, Bryce is number 1 on their list. And I think second, but Bryce is the guy that they're trying to get. So I would love to see. It would be cool to see Bryce in Houston with Mechie, but it would also be cool to see. I mean, Indianapolis with a running with Jonathan Taylor as his running back. That'd be
that's nice,
man. Come on, man. Like that'd be crazy. So, yeah, you know, that's just my take on it. But I think ultimately we'll end up trading with the Colts. Like I definitely think that, and we'll probably go and then get like Jalen Carter or Will Anderson. I would love Will Anderson, but it's a win-win regardless. Whoever it helps your team out. So yeah, man. But and Derek Carr, I don't know where Derek Carr will end up, but we'll see about that. I think Derek Carr might end up in New Orleans. He could.
I think that's where I think he's going to end up at.
I think that's what they were talking about him for New Orleans. So,
I mean, I don't think he's too much better than Jameis Winston, but overall, I mean, he might be a little upgrade, but
I mean,
I like Derek Carr though. I like Derek Carr though. I did, especially at Fresno State. Him and even what's his name, Devontae Adams played together at Fresno.
Yeah.
So, and they were a nice combination. Yeah. So, but you know what I'm saying, Derek Carr, I like him as a quarterback. I would definitely, if I was a coach, I could have him as my second or third string. You know. So, but he wouldn't be a starter of my team. Just me personally. That's just. I like a mobile quarterback. I just like my certain styles, though. You know, so that's just me.
He's not gonna go anywhere where he's not gonna start. I mean, if he goes to New Orleans, he's obviously gonna have to compete with them. So, you know, and I think, I mean, Jameis already he's won. I mean, he has the team like behind him, but we'll see. You know,
I don't trust Jameis. I remember him in Florida State. I just don't trust him. First, how you go from winning the Heisman to throwing more interceptions and then touchdowns the next season?
That's Mr. 30 for 30.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, how you do that?
I call him 30 for 30 because he threw 30 interceptions and 30 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, how you go from winning the Heisman to going? How you downgrade from winning the Heisman? I'm like, what?
Jameis is hilarious, dog.
Yeah,
Jameis That dude right there is hilarious. But yeah, but hey man, go ahead and say your goodbyes, man, before we get up out of here.
For sure, man. Always and foremost, first and foremost, give thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, man. And each and every day He gives me, I thank Him for it, and every breath I take, man. And thank God for you, VJ, and this opportunity that God's given us and presented us to do the No Sports Talk Radio show. And thanks, moms, for watching in, Miss Johnson, and just continue, just whoever's listening, just to continue to just follow us. And we're coming up, man. We're just trying to come up somewhere out of nowhere. You know what I mean? And that's it, man. Go Vols, and we will see you again, VJ. You already know who we are on that basketball court. You already know who we are. So we will see you again in the SEC tournament, sir.
Okay. Hey, I second everything you said, minus the Tennessee stuff. Yeah, man. Just to echo what Miles said, man. We appreciate everybody again. Just continue to rock with us. Love. Much love for all the support, and continue, support any way that you can. And, like I said, we'll be back, man, and y'all some more sports talk. And look, hey, Miles, we'll see y'all again, bro. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I don't know if you want to, but yeah.
I would 100% want to see y'all again. Trust me.
I think the last time I seen it, we held the lead the whole time. Y'all didn't even threaten us.
Don't worry. That's one
Y'all
game.
didn't even threaten us at all. We went instead. Huh?
That's one game. Don't worry.
Okay.
You won the battle, but you didn't win the war.
Okay.
Remember those words.
I hear you.
Remember those words. But hey, good night, y'all. Be blessed. And look, as always, Roll Tide. We out.
Go Vols. Let's get it.